Hi, my name is Sarah Bounds, and I had an idea. I wanted to describe music and what it means to us on a more personal level, and I wanted to do it through imagery. Music stirs up emotion. It brings about color, life, new worlds, and beauty that is hard to describe. My idea was to find a way to express these things and share them with everyone. This project, Visual Music, is a stepping stone in that direction. I would not be doing this project if I did not love music. Some of my favorite musicians have mastered the art of mixing sound and lyric to the point where it becomes a feedback loop. The sound describes the lyrics, and the lyrics describe the sounds. It's magic, quite frankly. I wanted to create that same kind of magic with sound and image. Visualizers are pretty close to this in some ways. Forms and their movements are matched beautifully to the ebb and flow of beats and pitches, creating compelling imagery. Color is often used to set a mood, but even the most expressive synthesizers still feel somewhat robotic and lacking in true motion. I started this project by researching different ways that music has been expressed in a visual format, which led me to graphic notation. Graphic notation is a way of expressing musical compositions through imagery. It is used by some composers to document or supplement the music they have written, and musicians get to interpret it and play what they see. There's a lot of variety in the way notation is presented. Some are very architectural, others much more expressive. From the perspective of a designer, some are really successful, and others are not as much, but still equally compelling. There are many more of these graphic notations in Teresa Sawyer's book, Notations. In my research, I also look into the physics of sound, how sound waves are represented, and how they behave. Sound waves behave very much like water and wind, in that they flow and splash off hard objects and are absorbed by soft, porous objects. Low-frequency sound travels low, slow, and deep, and high-frequency sound travels high, light, and shallow and can easily be swept away. Graphic notation and the behavior of sound helped me to imagine ways to describe sound visually, but I needed more in order to create a system that makes sense to everyone viewing the work. The psychology of sound, perception, allows me to start building that system. Humans intuitively perceive high frequencies as bright, vibrant, and sharp, and we learn to also view them as small later on in life. Low frequencies are innately perceived as less vibrant, darker, and dull in form, and we learn to view them as larger later on in life. Having these visual associations with sound allowed me to start building a framework to construct sound imagery. I did this by mapping elements of music to visual elements, much like a mapping system developed by Thomas Sufo. Using my research to inform how I interpreted sound, I began this process by creating imagery intuitively based on what I was hearing. I then looked for the ways that I used visual elements to describe these sounds, and the following map emerged. These next few slides describe the way that I use this map and how it can be implemented to describe music. The different imagery presented describes a different element of music in its different visual elements. Like this timbre is described in the form, color, and texture of these different visual in this spread. And you have the same here with the duration, dynamics, tempo, pitch, rhythm, texture. The results of this project are a pamphlet and an animation. The pamphlet includes information on how to use this mapping system and an example of how the system was used to describe the piece Stasis by Eagle-Eyed Tiger. A QR code is included in the pamphlet and allows you to view the full visual music piece on Instagram. The animation is a combination of analog and digital art moving across a screen in time with the music, which I will share with you here. The pamphlet and the animation produced in this project are just the beginning of a larger visual music exploration that over time I hope continues to evolve into an even more expressive system that allows music to be shared without sound. Thank you.